So everything is just connecting, as usual. YouTube has got us hooked. Connection seems stable. Good signal strength. And we are golden. So, welcome back everyone to another C-Rex Streams. And today we're going to be continuing on with our Lord of the Rings Online adventure with Barombur, the Dwarf Guardian. And we find ourselves at Thorin's Gate. So let's see what that's all about. This, a glass of wine and a good gaming session. That is life. That is life. Okay. There we go. So, oh, there's another player. Nikako. He looks like an elf hunter. Well, hello. Can I wave at him? Yeah. Nice. So I just gave him a little wave. Does he have a shield and a bow? What's he doing? What was that? Right, okay. Let's talk to this guy, Eladan. My father is great among the wise, and his dreams and foretellings do not often stray from the mark. These are the words he imparted to me. Blood-red footsteps upon snow-colored black, where the Door King walks to take back his throne and finish what was begun. I am no riddle master, but some of the elves of my company have skill in solving such things. Come, let us speak with the riddle masters Merathane and Dorolas, for Dorolas bade us come here. Hopefully they know where to start looking. Well, I hope so, because that makes no sense to me, and like, absolutely no sense. It doesn't even rhyme. Right, let's see. I am still not 100% familiar with the quest system. If I take out the map, you can't zoom in and out, so the map is just static, but if I hover over it, it should be right there. But that's a little confusing, because if I look at the map, it's like it's telling me to go this way, whereas if I look up here, oh no, that's just to Thorin's Hall. Okay, I thought that little arrow. What? To spar? Oh, did he want to duel me? Oh, well, okay. I just missed out on that. Okay, so the orange arrow is not to the quest. It just looks like it's... This is the one, the riddle master, Merathane. May Governan, I am here to help solve the riddle that is Elrond's dream. Look yonder, Barombur. Thorin's Hall belches smoke and sot. And the white snow of the mountain is black ere it touches the floor of the valley. Upon snow-colored black. What do you think? It is rather literal for a riddle. Notes that the snow in the valley below is black from sot and is likely the... Okay, did not have the time to read that. But yeah, okay, she notes that if I look down in the valley... Yeah, there it is. You can see the black spots, which is snow that's been colored black by the sod coming from Thorin's Halls, which I don't think... Oh yeah, there it is. That must be Thorin's Halls. Oh, there's Dorolas. I think he was the other riddle master. I was the one who led the party here, for I believe the Dour King is none other than Skorgrim, king of the Dour Hands of old. Okay, there's only one problem with my logic. Skorgrim has been dead for many long years. He died here when he tried that he believed would ensure his immortality. I hope I have not led the party astray, but my heart tells me Skorgrim is part of this story. He believes that Skorgrim is the Dour King in Elrond's dream. Okay, so far we know that Skorgrim is supposed to be the king Elrond is talking about in his riddle, and these should be the snow-colored black So maybe we find Skorgrim down there. I don't know. That could be it. Let's report back to Eladan. Dorelas led us here because he believes that Skorgrim is the Dour King in my father's dream. So this is Elrond's son. Had I known, I would never have let this party be led here. Skorgrim is dead. My father watched him die. But Marathon believes she has found a piece of the puzzle. The black snow dirted from the Dour hands. Slovenly stewardship of these hall. I will permit the investigation to continue, but I am very skeptical and disappointed in Dorelas' judgment. Well, that's not too good for Dorelas. Yeah, pretty nice piece of gloves. Oh, is that a level? Yeah, we're level 2. Nice. Whether Dorelas was right or wrong in leading us here, my heart warns me that danger is near, as it often the case with the wide world of late. Before getting started, everyone should be prepared. You are a guardian, as I can see plainly, but have you mastered your skills? I fear that you will be tested as a warrior in these harsh mountains. You should speak with your trainer to make sure you are ready for what lies ahead. Sure. Where do I find this particular trainer? Oh, there he is. The Guardian Trainer Anglor. Hello? Oh, it pops up down here. Oh, I can drag it around. Okay. Alas for Ithilien, and for the once fair snows of this land. Oh, there's another player, a dwarf champion. Lots of players here. I've seen like 3 or 4 players. I can browse the shop. I can train guardian skills, and I can do the quest. A guardian's shield swipe. Let's do that. I am here to help you learn how to use skills that will make you a more powerful guardian. As you gain levels, more skills will become available to you. Guardians rely on reactive skills to deal damage and generate threat against their enemies. Shield swipe requires that the Guardian block an incoming attack before they can use this skill. Head over to the training dummies to the north of the trainer and attack it until you successfully block one of their attacks. If you're having trouble getting a block, try using Guardian's Ward to increase your chances of blocking enemy attacks. Once you have blocked an attack, you will be able to use shield swipe skill. Okay, let's do that. So the Guardians evolves around reactive skills, so I should wait before I can dodge, and then I can use... There it is, shield swipe. Nice. Okay. That's a pretty cool combat mechanic for the Guardian. Good, Barombur. I think you will be an excellent Guardian someday. You should return now to Eladan. I believe he wishes to begin the investigation. Oh, I gotta know... Yeah, I want to go with the hand axe. I think. That's very dwarfish to have an axe. There we go. Double click. There's the new axe. No visual update on that one. Oh, no. Which shield is better? Oh yeah, I took the right one on. And I take the new gloves. There we go. I take the chainmail on. Well, lots of items I could actually equip there, so that's good. The chainmail looks pretty cool. Be on your guard, dwarf. Goblins lay not far beyond these walls. Let's see, this is nice. I am ready for some combat, and I love fighting goblins. Orcs and goblins are like the... I don't know. Yeah, they are my preferred enemy, I think you could say. Well done, Barombur. You now have a true warrior's heart. Learning the ways of a guardian throughout your life is not an easy feat, but it is rewarding. Yeah, sure. And then it tries to sell me something in the LOTRO store. Yeah, but I already know what that is, so there's no need to read that. Let's see. I will give Dorelas' theory a chance since we are here. Marathon is not unconvinced either. We should investigate the ruins of Ithilien, the place where Skorgrim fell, to ensure that he's still dead. the elves watch him die, so if Skorgrim's grave is undisturbed, then the mystery will be even greater. Right. And again, I need to talk to Doniel about her memories of Edhelion. So where is that? Okay, all the way up there. So now we're actually going out in the world. Oh, there it is. That's the quest icon. Okay, now I'm getting it. Can I auto-run? Probably. Oh yeah, numlock. Okay, there we go. So I've actually had a lot of great feedback on my LOTRO videos, and I do appreciate everyone who took the time to stop by and watch the video, and especially a big thanks to those who subscribed and those who wrote a comment. That really helps me, and I love to get that kind of feedback. It really helps my channel grow, and it's a big personal motivation. Okay, so who's this survivor of Edhelion?
I do not think I have the will to go back into that place.
I'm lucky to be alive after the injuries I bore the day Edhelion fell. I do not think I have the will to go back into that place. It is only a shadow of its former glory now. Only pain remains. Well, that is grim. She was gravely hurt when Edhelion was attacked and many others died. Okay. So now I need to talk to someone else about her memories of Edhelion. So is this Edhelion, the refugee or the refuge of Edhelion? That's a gate. What do we have there? Nathril, also a survivor. I was here when Edhelion fell. I was a healer, but my strength and mending was not enough to mend the hurts caused by Skorgrim and his dour-hand warriors. I cannot return here without great sadness in my heart. It was such a needless war. He sought immortality in the relics we kept here, but found only death. Okay. RipN8R says, if you play an elf, you get to see what happened here in your starting tutorial. Oh, really? Oh, that is cool. So you get to play in the time that Edhelion was destroyed. Oh, that is sweet, you know. Oh, that is nice. Oh, that's awesome. Now I really want to create an elf to see what happened here, but I'm hoping that someone's gonna tell me here. We need to talk to someone else about Skorgrim's death. Okay. That's actually a very cool system, so the elves get to experience what happened before here in the tutorial. That's very nice. The memories I carry of this place and all those lost are a difficult burden to bear.
What can I do for you?
Sure. It was across this bridge that brave Talagan brought the library's walls down upon Skorgrim and himself, thus putting an end to Skorgrim's lust for immortality. The walls smote them both as they crumbled. But that is a strange flower, one that I have never seen before. Is it familiar to you, dwarf? A flower? Oh, consumables. They can have various effects. Yeah, okay. This flower, it does look a little out of place. You are the dwarf that discovered Skorgrim's body some years ago. Are you not? I am. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I was. He was the one that we found in the when we were after the troll, I think. We found someone who's been dead for a long time. So that was Skorgrim. Okay. So it's all the intro quests or the tutorial quests of all the starting races seem to be intertwined. At least the dwarves and the elves. That's very nice. I like that. It was the ruined cellar of Adhelian's library that you came upon, above which Skorgrim Dourhand fell to his doom after attacking my fair city. The mine is just down the mountainside from here. You should perhaps continue your search where it started and see if his body lies preserved there still. For my part, I have no wish to look upon Skorgrim again. Oh, this time we have to defeat pests while we seek for Skorgrim's body. So, I don't know, should I jump across? I don't... Should I? We're gonna try. Let's do it! No! Ooh. Right, so I don't think we were meant to go that way. Now I actually remember Skorgrim, the body we found, he was well preserved. Even though he's been dead for a long time, his body wasn't decaying. So it seems that he might not be dead. This is nice, you know. Now I am intrigued. This is nice storytelling, and even though it just gets presented with text, you know, there's no voiceover, there's no fancy cutscenes. If the story is well enough written, it can still draw you in. It's like a book. And now I feel intrigued. Now I really want to see what happened to Skorgrim, because I've seen him before, so the mystery already started in my tutorial quest. Okay, so I don't have the permission to go in here. Maybe I should just double back and go out. Let's try to do that. What's that? And again, yeah, I want to thank everyone who's stopped by to watch, and the ones who commented. Oh, just a second, I just have to... There we go. And someone commented that you could buy the Mines of Moria expansion, and you would get both the Warden and the Runekeeper in that expansion. And sometimes that all the expansions, or at least 4 expansions, would go on sale for like $10. And I really do appreciate that tip, because that's definitely something to keep an eye out. Because the Runekeeper was someone who I kind of wanted to play. The class sounds pretty cool and fits with the dwarf very well. But I'm just not ready to spend money on the game just yet. But I have no problem spending money on the game if I start to enjoy it, because then, you know, I will get content that I like, and I will support a game that I like, so I don't have a problem with that. I'm not one of those people who just want to play for free, and they're going to get mad if they can't get everything for free. You know, that's not me. I totally understand that it's a business. Okay, so this brings back some memories. This is the young cave claws, the very first monster I slayed. Oh, this map is actually a little different. I like this map a little more, to be honest. I actually don't even know if I'm in the right place, but I think I am. Oh, there's another dwarf. Okay, so if I remember correctly, we need to cross this bridge. This is where we chased the troll that went with Gimli in there. And then I went up here, up and away, and he should be right here. There's the flower again. The same type of flower. That's not a coincidence. That flower means... And there it is again. Oh shit, the body's gone. I think the body was right here, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure that it was. Oh shit. So the body seems to be gone. That's the troll. He still stands there. That's a nice touch. Great attention to detail. That's just awesome. Look at that. Turned to stone. Oh, this is so freaking cool. Awesome. That's awesome. I really like the fact that they left him there. But I'm kind of lost. Maybe I should just go out here. Should I kill these? I can try, but they are not. Oh! Yeah, okay. Oh, I earned loot. Use alert panel's loot button to open up your pending loot table. What? Use the alerts panel loot button to open up your pending loot panel. This one? Broken claw, pending loot. Okay, that system I don't really get. Rip NR8, right. I think you might be getting ahead of your quest. Yeah, you're probably right, because it seems that I need to kill the cave claws. I just didn't get that because it says defeat pests, and I didn't know that they were pests. And I don't know if you... There's no indicator that these are the ones that I should kill. There's no, like, mark on them that symbolizes that this is a minion I need to kill for a quest. So I think that is what threw me off. Ribbon Array says if you set the auto loot option, then you don't have to do that. Oh, the auto loot option. So then it just kind of claims it automatically. I don't really know what that system is. My guess is that whenever loot drops, it gets added into this loot box or bag, and then you can go in and claim it. And the idea is that you don't have to physically loot all the mobs. You can just kill lots of minions, and all the loot will automatically get added to this buffer, and then you can empty that buffer into your inventory if you want it, or you can discard it if you don't. So I understand the system. I actually think it can make some sense. But I'm glad there is an option to turn it on to just be auto loot. What's that? Oh, retaliation. Oh, okay. Yeah, the body's gone, but the same strange flower is found, and I just never had the time to read that. Okay, yeah, so thanks a lot, Rip. I'm just gonna call you Rip. Thanks a lot for pointing out that I was getting ahead of my quest, because now I need to interact with these flowers. I think I just need to collect one. We pick this up. Now I have a quest item. Oh, that's pretty cool. The quest items gets added to the quest journal, which where is it? Where's the quest journal? Really? Okay. J for journal. Nope. Q for quest. Nope. Okay, crafting. Social. The deed log. Nothing about quests in there. Text 8205 says L for log. Well, thank you very much, mate. Thanks, Tex. I could have been looking for that for ages. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the quest log. Introduction. And then I can see I have the red flower. Right. And I need to bring it to Illidan. That shouldn't be too hard. Thanks a lot for that, Tex. That just saved me a lot of frustration. I think we're just about ready to get out of the cave. I'm really intrigued, you know, what is this flower? And what does it have to do with his body? The flower seems to have started in there, and then the elf in Edhelion, the refuge of Edhelion, he said that the flower outside of the mine here was new. So it's like it spread, and then his corpse kind of went with it, maybe? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I guess some of these smart elves can shed some light on it. And we need to go back into camp. So the game is definitely story-driven, as far as I can tell right now. And... oh, am I going the wrong way? I don't think we can... I think we can do it. Yeah, we can go down here and then we can... yeah, okay. And yeah, I don't think this is the type of game that you would get the full experience out of if you didn't read the quest and get engaged in the storyline. I know a lot of people do that. They, I think most people do that actually when they play MMOs or games in general. A significant portion of players just, they go like next, okay, so on and so forth. And that's definitely fine, you know, that's the way they like to play. They just want to get on with it, you know, start killing stuff, get some gear, get to the end game, all this jazz. And I used to be that type of gamer, and again, this is not a critique to these types of players. You know, they are games, you should enjoy them however you want to, but I have kind of shifted a little because now I really want a good story as well. And if you're like me and you like a good story, then this game definitely seems like something you should check out. Be on your... oh yeah, he's still talking about the goblins.
That is a vile little flower, and one I have not seen before.
You say it grew where Skorgrim died and where his body lay in death for all these years. Such magic is not common with dwarfs. His body has been moved, though we do not know where. It seems that the flower follow him in death. Perhaps they will lead to his new grave. Yeah, exactly. So I was onto something.
Red
Will you lend me your ear?
leading a trail of blood through the snow.
Do you red flowers leading a trail through the snow? Do you think these are the footprints of blood? Blood-red footsteps upon snow-colored black, where the Dower King walks to take back his throne and finish what was begun. Now that actually starts to make sense. The blood-red footsteps are the red plants, so they are the footsteps upon the snow-colored black. So I'm guessing that they are down here in the valley on these sodded snowish plains. And there the Dower King walks, which is Skorgrim. So he walks, and he's about to take back his throne and finish what he started all those years ago. So now the riddle actually makes sense. That's just incredible, incredible storytelling. Because at first it didn't make any sense, like at all. I read it and it made no sense. Then you talk to someone and they deciphered one line, another one deciphered a second line, and then you moved on, you found his body, the flowers, and now it just makes sense. So really beautiful. We have black snow and the body of the Dower King has been moved, leaving the fell flowers as footprints. Something evil is at work here, and I am sure something evil was at work when he sought our relics for immortality. We must follow him again. My brother is scouting for signs as well. Seek him as you search. So I'm guessing we have to go down here. No, yeah we do. Up here. I'm hoping I'm not gonna die by this. That seems to be fine. That's really nice. Really cool. I'm really intrigued by the story so far. And this is just an intro. Excuse me for just a moment. Sorry about that. Just had my daughter just wondering what I was doing. I tried to explain to her that I am saving Middle-earth, but I don't think that made much sense to her. Okay, let's see. So what is this? Well, that's the flower, the red flower. And we can see they're all leading in here, so this is a good indication that he is somewhere in here. Okay, it begins at this spot. So I just need to follow the trail down the road. Oh, okay, I kind of went the other way than the game intended. So now I'm about to follow the footsteps. There we go. Another red flower. You have found another flower along the trail. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. And yet another flower. Let's pick this up. Really excited to see where this is going to lead. If we're going to find Skorgrim, and if we find him, is he going to be dead? Is he going to be alive? You know. And who is making the flowers? Is he doing it himself, or is there some sort of a necromancer? So many options. So much wine. Another flower. Oh, that's a dwarf. Yeah, okay. Seems to be going this way. Led you to a dark dwarf keep. A dour hand guard. Okay. Let's see what he has to say. I did not expect to see you here. I asked to speak with the steward, and the dour hands directed me here. This was once a great storage house of Thorin's. I don't think I like what the dour hands have done with the place.
Down yonder is Gorma.
No skills.
Appointed by Thorin.
Every level you may be granted new skills and passive abilities. As you gain levels, your skills increase in power and effectiveness with you. So we got a new skill. We got Sweeping Cut. A sweeping back and forth strike in a frontal arc. So just a raw damage ability. I heard one of the guards here talking. Down yonder is Gorm, the steward appointed by Thorin Oakenshield before he left. Yeah, Gorm is the reason we have come, and the leader of this dour hand rabble you see all over the place. Really? You are the well-spoken one in our party, Barombur. You might as well go speak with him and find out what he has done here, and why he has grown silent over the years. So Gorm, he was the one appointed steward by Thorin when he left in the tutorial, or the intro part. And now he seems to have gone all dour hand and, I don't know, and gone silent. What's he? What do you want? Well, I just want to talk to someone. Can I just... Yeah? You don't mind? No? Because your name stands in red, so I'm not sure you are friendly. Okay, let's go. Lots of flowers here. Look at this. This is definitely not good. Okay, there he is. Gorm Dowersmith. Lots of flowers outside. Okay, this is Skorgrim's tomb.
Have you come to pay your respects at Skorgrim's tomb?
Is that Barombur? It has been long indeed since we last met. I remember you. You were the dwarf that discovered Skorgrim's body the day I discovered the relics he sought. The Longbeards of Dvalin's party are not welcome here, but you I might allow for your good deed. Do you like what I've done with the place? Welcome to Skorgrim's tomb.
No one is to gain.
I'm afraid you've come here for nothing anyway, Barombur. No one is to gain admittance to Skorgrim's tomb. It is a sacred ground, and only descendants of Skorgrim, that is, the dour hands, have leave to enter. You are more than welcome to pay your respects to our fallen king at his shrine, which is just east of here in the Rockbelly Pit. Skorgrim was a great king, after all, and deserves tribute. And I need to defeat bats in the Rockbelly Pit. Sure. So I guess I'm gonna go to his shrine. But, oh, that's the Rockbelly Pit. I don't know if I'm gonna pay my respects. I mean, that seems a little silly. Maybe I'm just kind of following up on every lead I can. Okay, here we go. Rockbelly Pit. Shrill Bat. We need to kill 5 of these. Let's try and use the new ability. Just, yeah, okay, just the raw damage. It might be an AoE swing. There we go. These bats are dropping like flies. Wrecked. And one more bat. And another bat. So the combat system, again, it's nothing to write home about. Someone told me that it gets better once you get more skilled and it gets a little more advanced. But right now it just seems like a very, very old-fashioned tap targeting system that could use some work on the animations. There seems to be some sort of a delay. So if I were the developers and I could focus on an area of the game, I think I would look into the combat, because coming in as a new player, everything has been kind of good, you know. It's a 10-year-old game, I realize that, but I think the graphics are outstanding. The storytelling is splendid. So the only thing that really needs, from a new player perspective, is the combat, because that's one of the first impressions you get about the game as well, and I think it could use some work. But again, it's probably a very fundamental part of the game, so it might be hard to change something about it. Let's see. And I'm not even saying that they should... What? Visit the shrine. Okay, I missed the shrine. Where is the shrine? Is it down there? Let's see. And I'm not saying that they should like change the combat and make it some sort of an action combat system, you know, not at all. I'm just saying that, let's see if I can show it. When I press 1 now, and then he strikes, you know, so there is a delay from when I press to attack until he does it. And then, you know, if you've kind of fixed that and you added in some more cool animation that made the combat feel more impactful whenever you pressed an ability, you know, already then you have some pretty solid combat. Because a game like World of Warcraft, for instance, also a very old game, uses tap targeting system as well, but that is just a very polished experience. Cool animation effects, very responsive. So I think that if I were the developers, I would look into that area. A menacing-looking statue has been raised in the likeness of the Dour-Hands King of old. Here he is, very menacing-looking. I think that was it, so now we need to go back to Gorm. The questing system can be a little confusing. Like, I had no idea I needed to stand in exactly that spot. I think they could have added some sort of a visual effect on the ground, like some sort of a small flaming ring that kind of said, you know, stand here in order to proceed in the quest. Because I know the quest said, you know, you need to stand at the shrine, but this is not much of a shrine, you know, this is more a statue. If it said stand in front of the statue or pay your tribute in front of the statue, then it would be more of an indicator as to where exactly you needed to go in order to progress with the quest. But again, I haven't been lost in the game for a period of time that was long enough for it to get annoying. Because that's the thing about games. And it's okay if the player gets lost and he's like, okay, what do I do now? Where do I go? And he gets that feeling where he needs to figure stuff out. But he needs to move on from that point relatively quickly, because if you stand in that point too long, you get frustrated at the game, you know, not yourself, you know, at the game. But if you figure it out in the right amount of time, then you get rewarded because you think, oh, you know, I figured it out, you know, I'm good. So that's a very fine line you're walking. The music is pretty nice. I have heard some very good things about the music, and I must agree, the sound effects are top notch. Let's see. Did I just turn off the music? There it is. I just got a new sound system, and I have this. I don't even know if you can see it. I have this little thing, and it's some sort of a. And again, I think I just did it again. There we go. It's some sort of a round little disc. Then I can turn some sort of a wheel on it, and it will turn the volume up and down. But it is just so sensitive. So if I just barely touch it, it's gonna go nuts in either direction. So it's very sensitive. But it's a very, very good sound system. Oh, I just got totally lost. There we go. Back on track. Let's follow the road. And we are doing it. I don't know why her name is in red. Be about your business. Yeah, you are definitely not a friendly fella. Kind of excited to see what's going to happen now. You know, what's he going to say? What am I going to say? Am I just going to say that I found a statue?
What do you want?
So you walked in our shrine, did you? As you can see, the dour hand's reverence for our fallen king is very great. The Longbeards and the elves do not understand such loyalty, so this was perhaps a good lesson for you. But do not go away just yet. I'm sure we can think of more tasks to occupy you while you trespass, Barombur? Okay, that's a little creepy.
It will be a busy day for
Would you like to be here to witness the ritual of commemoration of our fallen king? As steward of these halls, I welcome you to celebrate with us. It will not be long now. In fact, I believe the preparations begin tonight. What say you? Think on it, if you will. Return to me when you have decided. Just be sure you make the right decision. Ho ho. Run along now, friend. I've no more time for you. It will be a busy day for all my folk. Talk to Dvalin and tell him of Gorm's plans for the ritual. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna try to... What's that? Is that a quest?
you to pay your respects to Skorgrim.
Lord Gorm has told us that you were the one to first discover Skorgrim's body the day the Silverdeep mine nearly collapsed, when Gorm took his stewardship. This has earned you a small amount of favor with us, even though your party of Longbeards has come unbidden and unwelcome. We are having a commemoration of Skorgrim's many achievements as King of the Dourhands, but we need ritual stones, black as pitch. I was not able to find enough for everyone that plans to attend. They are a form of tribute to Skorgrim King. You should make yourself useful and collect some more. They can be found in and around the Winterhide Cave east of here. I think that is a side mission, because it was not a flaming ring, it was like just a bluish ring. Let's see. So now we have two. Let's see, the ritual stones is this one, and if we look at the rings, there's no indicator on which one is the main, I think, but I know this one is this, what's it called? Secondary quest? Side quest? Text says their name colors just means they are considerably above your level. The same applies to creatures. Oh! Oh, okay. Right. Okay, that makes sense. So if I go up to the guard here, yeah, I can see he's level 10, so he's considerably higher level than I am. So that's because his name's in red. Thanks a lot, Tex. Thanks a lot for the advice. I really do appreciate it. That makes sense. So creatures are going to be the same way. That makes sense why some of the creatures were in blue. And yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Let's do the side quest. If I can... No. We're going to do this first because I can get to this place faster. I need to tell Dvalin about the ritual they're performing. Oh, another dwarf. Ojax. It's really nice to see other players around. You know, I see another player right there, so definitely still players, and that, you know, that's really great. That's what makes it feel like an MMO. You know, you run around, and I know right there is another guy sitting at his computer playing the same game I am, and, you know, enjoying it. You know, that's what an MMO is. This Dvalin. Anyone has a quest for me, a little extra never hurts. Let's do this one first. Thank goodness you're back. Nos Grimsong sent me word that you were finding out what you could from the elves that settled up near the ruins. You spoke to Gorm as well. The traitor, Skorgrim is not the king of Thorin's Hall. This place belongs to Thorin's line. I have too much on my plate for the nonsense of the dour hands and their strange rituals. Look, Barombur, since you went away, the dwarves of your party fell ill. Really?
Look, all of these dwarves are sick, dying.
What? They're dying? I cannot do another thing until I figure out what we can do to help them. I don't even know what happened to them to make them ill. How can I hope to cure them if I don't know how they came by this plague? Those foul dour hands have really let this place crumble. Thorin would be livid if he could see it now, full of poison and death. What can I do? Examine patches of strange soil along the river and collect samples from sick bears. He even has another quest for me. A little extra never hurts, part 1. Before you go, I wanted to make you an offer. You needn't accept this if you want, but what we have learned about the dour hands unnerves me. I am concerned that there is a great deal of danger that we face here. We may require an edge to win this victory, and I am willing to offer such an edge if you wish. Accepting and completing this quest can only be done once on each server. This will grant you access to a special web store tutorial quest to introduce you to the Lord of the Rings online web store. Okay, well, sure, might as well do that. I don't plan on changing server, so. And I need to talk to Dvalin again. Let me get you started, sure. This quest can be purchased from the Lord of the Rings online web store. In your previous quest, you received a small number of LOTRO points. The amount of points earned is sufficient to purchase access to this quest. To purchase the quest, click on the button on the lower left side of the quest dialog UI that says Unlock Quest. This will bring you to the web store interface. From there, you can choose to expend LOTRO points to gain access to the quest. You can use the store for a multitude of purchases, including access to regional questing, consumable items, expansion packs, craft recipes, cosmetic items, mounts, and much more. Sure, so we unlock this quest, and we're taken to the LOTRO store. This is actually a very nice way to introduce you to the store and how it works and what you can buy. So, yeah, and we can buy this particular quest, so we are buying this quest. Let us buy this. There we go. I think that's it. So now I can accept it. Yes. Talk to the quest bestower to complete the quest.
What do you want?
Excellent news. Here, take this. It may not survive for very long, but it will likely help you in the coming fight. A battered horn of disruption. Something you can use some sort of horn you can blow that stuns enemies. That's pretty cool. So that was it. That was the introduction to the LOTRO store. I think that's a very nice way to do it, because they are not... I had an experience in Wildstar. If you've watched that video, if you haven't, you can go into my channel and you can watch the Wildstar video where I jumped into Wildstar and see what that was like. And I immediately got a feeling that that game was trying to force the shot down my throat. It was like, oh, try out this hoverboard and check out this beautiful house, and you can get all this if you just buy this jump starter pack. And it wanted me to spend money after have playing. I played the game for 10 minutes. It was really too much. But here they've mentioned the store in the tutorial. They've just like said, you know, we have a store. You can check it out if you want to. And now I had a quest that they gave me LOTRO points, and they say, you know, this is how it works. You go into the store, you do this, you buy this quest. We gave you the points for free, so you don't have to spend anything. We're just showing you how it works. So that is really great. That's a really great experience to the store, because I don't have a feeling that they are trying to shove it down my throat, but I do have a feeling that I know how it works. So I think that's very nice. I'm still not a fan of you having to buy classes like the Warden, the Runekeeper, but I get it. The Dogs of Death. Have you seen the Barrow Hounds nearby? The others think they are just bleak wild dogs, but I know better. These are no mere dogs. They are bar guests. In my travel some years ago, I once happened upon the most forsaken place I have ever seen. Dread filled me and my voice died, and all was cold. The dogs there were the very same as these black mournful beasts, with their eyes full of death. Why have they come to replace the lynx and wild something that roamed here in Thorin's day? It does not make any sense. They must be driven off. Okay, standard quest. You know, some Dogs of Death came in, and I need to drive them out. So now we actually have 3 quests, and if I go into the journal, can I see which one is like a main story quest? Yeah, there it is, an epic quest. So the epic quest is the storyline quest, and everything else is side quests. Okay, but I think that's going to be it for this time. I can just see at the clock that I need to get started on dinner, or I'm going to have a family starving. And I don't think that's too good. But I want to thank everyone who stopped by to watch the stream, and a special thanks to those who used the chat and for all the helpful advice. I really do appreciate it. You know, getting all these small bits of advice really helps a new player like me to get into the game, and it saves me from moments of frustration. So thanks a lot for helping me out in that regard. And to everyone watching the stream, thank you very much for watching. To everyone watching the stream or as a video when it comes up to my channel, thank you very much. It really does support me a great deal. You know, just by watching, you are supporting me, so thank you very much. But if you really want to support me, you know what to do. Go into the channel, hit that subscribe button, like, comment the videos. That is what really helps me and really supports me in getting that channel up and running. And I will definitely be playing more Lord of the Rings Online. I'm actually sad that I have to stop now in order to make to make dinner. So I'll definitely be playing more. So keep an eye out on the channel for the next video. It's gonna come up very soon. So again, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.